That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
He vatored! He vatored!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Yes, welcome! Welcome indeed to the very pre-open bar. We are pre-gaming next week's open bar.
Get
today,
ready, baby. Streaming for 1 full week. The new Griff. We're going to die by the end of it, but no.
Who needs to live? So thank God, I have way too many tabs. There's no way we were even going to get through half of them, but now we just might. Badger, how you doing today?
I wanted to take the time to publicly say that I disavow. I may use AI for my thumbnails, but then I cut it and rearrange it. But all these creepy ass music videos and Anakin in the swamp and going to tell Palpatine does it down. It's creepy. I don't like it.
Give it a year though. Give it a year. It goes. I'm telling you,
I know.
Just like the music and just like the art. You give it like a year, and you're gonna go from that's terrible and weird and like hurts my soul to oh my God.
You're young, Bobby. Don't worry. 42 is like the new 30 something. It has to be.
When I hit 30, that's when everything just went. So I'm really not looking forward to 40 because I know when I hit 40, it's just gonna go.
I mean, you probably drink too much, but it does appear that you're in physical shape. You work out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, John, you look 40.
You cute.
You look 53. I don't know, man. Stop.
You look good for a man your age.
It's the lighting. It always makes you look like a bit of a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Switch it to warm.
Tomac. I forgot to open up Steam. 1 second. Tomac.
God, what do you get you? For 20.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you go ahead and read it.
Well, now that ABF is gone, I mean, not gone, but out of the country, how about some more games? Some games. I would like to play some games.
Holy smokes, Tomac. I had 2 waiting for me last night. It was Deadly Premonition 1 and 2. We'll talk about here in a second. Now we got I Am Setsuna. If you like Chrono Trigger, here's some more. Yes, please. Lost Sphere? A young man who suffered a phenomenon that he had never seen faces an ominous power that threatens the fabric of reality, awaken the power of memory to restore what was lost. Accept gift, yes please. And then Onanaki. Sometimes you just need to stand tall. The all-new action RPG, blah, blah, life, death, protect.
Action
life.
RPG.
Accept gift, yes.
I like that.
Sounds good.
By the way, Scooby, you don't look a day over 21.
Oh, yeah, I still don't believe. Yeah, she told us that the other day, and none of us believe.
I mean, look, and I will say this just because she said it on stream multiple times. Shout out to Moxie Dame. She says she's 40. Bullshit, I claim, unless she's bathing in the blood of virgins, but which might be
was
possible.
It Moxie that said it? Yeah, I don't. What's
I don't. But my point is, I'm 39.
Cuties.
Being 40 ain't exactly what it used to be, thanks to everyone understanding what not stopping and dying when you're 30 is like actually working out and eating moderately healthy.
I don't know. I personally prefer my high fructose corn syrup myself.
And Jeff, you look very young.
The 70s? Jesus.
All right.
Christ. Wait, so you're like going on 50?
Oh, boomer. Stream with an old? Ew. It's all right, bro.
All right. I'll let this go.
Got a little excited there.
Not everyone could be, Zoomers who are hip to the jive like we are, Badger.
Milky skin of the goddess is correct. What's up, bruh? Stuck at work daily with fights and threats from gang members. Yeah. Well, that's just the other teachers.
Yeah, oh, God. Yeah. Hashtag save Gooch.
We got to get him out of Canada.
How did you know we were going to be talking about Agatha today, Scoob?
Oh my God.
How do you guys do it? How do literally how do you get out of bed in the morning?
I mean,
1 foot at a time.
Even when he's not here, he is with us.
The gooch is inside all of our hearts. The treasure was all the gooches we met along the way. Deadly Premonition, though. I got sent 1 and 2. I know about this game. I'm seeing Coraline on Halloween, and we'll be talking about it. I'm probably going to be seeing some more horror stuff. But I figured,
2010, probably good.
Play a little Deadly Premonition. Yes, and this I think was a re-release because I think this came out before the 360 era. I might be wrong, but it is definitely an older game.
I think I played it.
So yes, I'm going to be celebrating some Halloween this year. Which is a Thursday. So actually the Halloween stream will be this stream. Costumes are mandatory, Badger.
Okay. Maybe multiple costumes. Maybe multiple costumes.
Ooh, actually we have some more clips. We have added like 5 clips. I mean, we already have way too many clips from IGN.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
Let's say maybe we'll set up a costume tier. And every tier we switch costumes, and the costumes maybe get. We'll
have Sonia on as we put on more costumes. She'll take off more costumes.
Absolutely.
All the money. So, IGN Agatha All Along episode 5 review. Despite a cool reveal, this 5th chapter is a bit of a mess. Oh my God! No one tell GraphWeb how I watch this.
We might like it a little bit just to make fun of it.
I might have. Well, we didn't have a watch party for Agatha, so I had to watch it somehow.
Had to do something. Sorry.
So sorry.
Graph.
For fuck's sake, GraphWeb, don't look at me.
Cancel Disney Plus. Down the Witch's Road, though.
I watched Agatha some way. We have no idea how. GraphWeb, please forgive me. I'm so sorry, man. All right. It's a bit of a mess. So some people keep saying, such as our good friend Hayden, friend of the show, keeps saying it's boring. And I've seen that from a couple people in the GCA. Boring would imply nothing happens. Instead, this is like bam, 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 bam. Everything we do is all about moving to the next shot, the next scene. And it's just thing after another, because they've got like 7 trials to squeeze into 9 episodes. It's not boring. It honestly, arguably, the pacing is way too fast. You don't ever get to like sit with anything. And they have like really important foreshadowing. Like, I think there might be time travel that they just throw a little quick line in. I'm like, maybe we should sit on that for a second.
They only have like 3 sets. They have the Witch's Road, and they've got that one house that they keep redressing.
All the trials are in a house. I did not see that coming.
Talk about bottle. No wonder it's their cheapest one yet. I get it. You have 3 locations, and then you don't spend much time at those locations. Yeah.
But they fly broomsticks. Chat, guess how good the CG was. Thankfully, I couldn't see it because it was darker than Rings of Power Season 2.
They rode brooms.
It actually is like the episode's like a public service announcement because I, like many people, actually cleaned my monitor because it was so dark I could see all the dust and smudges on it, and it's kind of gross when you see that because you realize just how dirty of a person you are. So yeah, I'm guessing quite a few people clean their screens because of this.
I want to say the last time I heard them say it was what was it, like 80 to 100?
They're claiming 80 to 100, and they are bragging about making a 9-episode show for $100 million. Bragging. Also, yes, I guess I'm claiming duty after. Hey, no reason we can't have you both on to take clothes off. To celebrate Halloween.
How dare you?
Yeah, to celebrate Halloween.
So I watched Disbrew's Velma Halloween special review today, and the whole thing is like there's an evil spell book or something, and it needs scary costumes. But now everyone's dressing sexy, and so at first she like hates that everyone dresses sexy because she's Velma and she hates fun. But then it ends up, oh no, bad guy. So she ends up having to purposely make everyone dress sexy or something. Velma has a Halloween special.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think we could just keep it gone forever. Thankfully.
Well, since we mentioned it, I guess we'll bring it up now. Velma has been officially canceled after 2 seasons. How did it get a Halloween? Which we already knew this, but now it's like full-blown Z's confirmed.
Yeah. In my headcanon, they originally got greenlit for 1 season that got split into 2 and called 2 seasons, and a special, which they chose to do on Halloween. Bye. Contract fulfilled.
Not even Halloween. A month before Halloween for the they're really getting into the holiday early.
About
right,
Tree Fitty.
So I don't read. Was this from this episode? I thought this was like last episode. Did this happen in this episode? Did I miss this? He's hurt. Teen stab. He gets jumped on by a
That was from the last one, yeah, because he gets healed.
Okay, see, that's what I thought.
He wakes up.
I thought because they're themed, because each trial has to be themed, because, you know, like ancient evil dark witch spirits have like 80s theme parties and stuff for trials. It makes sense. So this one, when they first went in, I thought they were doing summer camp slasher movie. And I was actually, like, okay, that's cool. No, they ended up doing slumber party Ouija board theme. And like children.
You're in a room and Diddy's coming towards you. He's coming towards you like this, but there's baby oil everywhere, so you can't run. You're slipping and you're sliding. He's coming towards you. Yeah, that's what it is. The Diddy house.
I hate to do it, but we're gonna actually like break this down real quick. It's called Darkest Hour, Wake Thy Power. I thought Acolyte had some cringe titles. This one takes the cake. We had a recap. Any day now. Well, honestly, today we are open bar.
I guess
so
you can delete the pregame and just have it say open bar if you wanted.
I'm thinking about it. So we have a recap for the show, but before a recap for the show, since this is what I refer to as a homework television, they do a recap of WandaVision. It starts off with Agatha like killing all the Salem witches. That was WandaVision, I assume.
Yeah, that's the point. Is there's a bunch of shit you need to know from watching a show that people didn't watch.
They had to do a WandaVision recap before the Agatha recap.
If you've been watching, because Ooga, I have been, Wanda is a victim of circumstance. That's just what her power is. She can take other people's powers, and she does it almost instinctually. That's why hundreds and hundreds of years ago, it shows that her mother and their coven tried to kill her. And then, of course, she does what she does, and she ends up taking all their power and gets branded this crazy serial killer, but really she was just defending herself from her bitch ass mother. I
thought we were talking about the penguin there for a second.
No, but maybe there's a lot of overtones. I don't know. Are you a pussy boy?
So yes, we start off with the Salem 7, which is the antagonist, the slowly following them antagonist, who were like just down the street in the second episode when they're like singing a whole song and whatnot, and they're just like slowly walking down the street in the middle of the daylight as slow as possible, so that way they can go down the witch's road. But oh no, they left the door open, so the witches got in, and they're all like, they're doing like detective work, but like the grudge girl like the whole time. And I'm like, okay, now I understand why they couldn't catch them, like because they can't walk normal. You do see them walk normal, but then they're like, no, time is of the essence. Let's do detective work like this for some fucking reason.
I mean, we got to see Catherine Hahn be possessed, and they went full exorcist, crab walking and all.
Yes, correct. That
Still
and The
would.
Grudge. They full blown just stole it like Leslie Headland style. It's an homage. No, you're
by
a
the way,
hack.
And again, they asked when they were doing the Ouija board, "Who are you?" And the answer was Death. I.e., I think Aubrey Plaza is in fact Lady Death. Which, if that's who fucking Thanos was simping over in the comics, I understand.
I mean,
that's also, doesn't she curse Deadpool with like, or Thanos curses Deadpool with long life in the comics, so he can't be with Lady Death because he's in love with her too. It makes sense. It would be Aubrey Plaza.
That makes sense. Who had a couple moments of good acting and good character, and many more moments of really, really terrible character and acting. It was sad. So back to the Grudge witches find a random black stone and start spurging out over it. I now realize, what was that? That was never in the rest of the episode, was it? They find like a little black stone on the ground, and they're like, whoa! And
it was the One Ring.
Do you even remember it? Yeah, do you even remember the black stone that they picked up? I'm talking about,
of what
okay.
part that was.
Yeah, and this is why I have to take notes, because as soon as it's done, I would forget it all otherwise. And then you get to see the witch, who is spray painted gold, but appears to be black. I'm just gonna go and say the facial features look black. And this is the Salem 7.
Chasing them, picked up the stone.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were like downloading all the history attached to it, and so it was like looking at all that. That's just how they were.
Was it their stone? Who's fucking?
I thought it was something they dropped, or something they walked over and touched it, and so them. I mind fucking explained it away that it was some sort of tracking thing.
No, it was like they weren't doing one of these. They were like doing like the Grudge robot dance.
As you do.
All right, so random Blackstone, who knows? But yeah, Black Witches in Salem. I'm going to go and call it right now. And then the old witch in their party wakes up and warns that they left the door open, and now there's a bad chill, and all the insects got in. Now there's bad guys chasing them from behind, while there's dangerous trials ahead. Badger, they're stuck in between. And then you get to see Aubrey's boobas because she's still got some boob window going on. And as long as there is Aubrey Plaza booba window, I will continue watching. Let's see. And wait, every time I hear Salem 7, it sounds like a mixed drink or like a 90s boy band.
Yeah.
Does it bug you? I just feel every time they say Salem 7, it just
Salem 7.
It's so weird.
They were all the hit in the 90s.
That's what I'm saying. And then we got one of those very brief moments that I enjoyed. They explained blah blah. She left the kids of the 7 Salem witches alive, and those are the ones chasing after her.
Which, by the way, I loved what she said, because as I get older, she's right. She's like, always finish what you start, and mercy is a weakness. That's
what I'm saying. It was actually a good moment enough that I wrote it down. The moral of the story, kids, is always finish what you started. Also, mercy is overrated. And I'm like, wow, okay, I like her, and she had the right attitude and the acting for it, and like she's supposed to be the main character / protagonist, but she's definitely not a good guy. So it's like, to make you like her, you got to do stuff like this, or else it's just a bad guy. And how are you going to root for the bad guy? So it's why it's a 4 out of 10 and not a 2 out of 10.
It's as close as you can get to why we like Penguin, who is a bad guy, but he's in a world where you can only get what you take, and for whatever reason, they've written Agatha as this bitch that is only going to get, because everyone hates her because of her power, what she's going to take. And Catherine is not without skill. I liked her as an actress before. And the check from Disney will be clearing any day now. It's just of all the shit we were talking about before. Bro, Joker 2 changed all of it. You've changed things forever. So we have a new level of bad. This is nothing compared to what we've been through recently.
When you give a third episode a 2 out of 10, where do you go down from there?
No.
Like when they start flying on brooms and you get to see. Oh, okay.
As you do. By the way, the least offensive thing also is that goddamn broom riding. It was dark. You couldn't see anything.
Exactly. It couldn't be offensive because there was just a black screen. So they're running away, and teens suggest a Hexen or something. And then half the group tells him he's an idiot, and the other half thinks it's a great idea. Oh man, I wish women ran the world. This really is. I thought this show was going to be all feminism and stuff, but honestly, they make women out to be crazy and terrible. Like Agatha at one point says, and people ask me why I don't have lady friends or something like that. They like honestly do more to tear down women than they do to promote like all the nonsense feminism.
By the way, he says the ripoff of, I hadn't read that. All guilt is relative, loyalty counts, and never let your conscience be your guide. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. It's the same shit. It's the same basic truth that all civilizations come to, just framed and said in different ways.
So they start grabbing branches, and the old witch is complaining, saying she doesn't like, because we don't really know what they're doing quite yet. She doesn't like it because the holiday industrial complex ruined the symbols, but they're also a symbol of domesticity. And as soon as she said that, I went, oh, they're making brooms. So it's like maybe a little too much like feminism. It could work.
The witch
the women
doesn't find a broom. The broom finds the witch.
Oh my God,
That's going to get 10 more seasons, by the way.
Here we go. So this was one moment. They have to exchange the brooms for the spell, and two of the witches compliment each other like, oh, you're making a cool broom.
Yours is girthy. Very nice.
Yes, Aubrey and Agatha exchange, and then they kind of just give each other dirty looks, and they don't compliment each other, whatever. And that was a good moment of showing, not telling, having a little bit of subtlety instead of like their normal theatrics that they do. Hey, there's so many moments where it's like, oh, so you do know how to make a good show. You're just choosing not to most of the time.
Agatha Catherine has a lot going on in the eyes during the problem is sometimes I think she fucking strays too far from true north in her scenes, and she loses. But when she stays on point, it's good. I mean, it's not bad, at least.
But she's like really into character and like she has depth. She has depth. They just choose not to use it. Same with Aubrey, which like, so the Asian and teen, they all start doing brooms. He's all excited. He gets to be a witch now. Yay. And then he goes up to grab it and he sees an owl and it turns into a Salem witch. And then he falls and it jumps on him. And he's like just there to point at things and say, look at that. And oh my, he's just like, well, the writers, we need someone to explain something to the audience. Have teen do it. Or we need someone to move it forward by finding something. Have teen do it. All right. So we had the good moment that I just talked about, and it was before it was terrible and then after it was terrible. So when you get those moments, it's sandwiched between absolute crap. So it's as soon as you like something, you're immediately like, oh, okay, yeah, never mind. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus. And then especially when they start running off and then Aubrey goes, woo! You have an actual like actress with depth and like talent, and she runs and she's like, whoa! It becomes a woo girl. You made her a woo girl, like at the bar, it's just woo.
What if that was her choice?
Fuck you. Well, some of her little bits are good where like they're screaming and then she's like laughing, except on the broom part we're getting to it. Oh my god, like they're all screaming and then she cackles like the Wicked Witch. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, they're stealing everything. And just like what Sons pointed out, that one thing we didn't know that they were stealing, there's so many stuffs we don't even realize they're stealing probably. And this is when we get to The Fly, and the effects were so bad, but thankfully it was just a solid black screen, so no one could see any of it. I literally dusted my monitor.
BLM.
And do you, Badger, remember the Skeleton Crew like hover bike screenshots that we saw? And then we're like, that looks so bad. It was that. It was those vibes.
That was at least bright daylight, right?
Yes,
this
correct.
is, they had some, they Game Thrones did.
After about 2 minutes of flying, the Salem witch decides, I'm gonna get up off the ground finally after getting hit with the branch, and it goes, Wah! And then so I thought that was gonna summon all the witches. We're gonna have a cool like Harry Potter like Death Eater chase. No, they're flying for a Brit. You get a cool little like Harvest Moon or whatever. They talk a little bit, and then it's Teen. Because this is his role. Teen says, wait, why didn't we just fly on brooms before the doy?
Why did they just use the eagles?
Yeah. No, that's what he said. It's like, oh, wait, plot hole. How do we fix the plot hole? Have Teen say something.
They covered it in pumpkin spice. Did lines of it and then covered it in pumpkin spice.
Yes, correct. So, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Aubrey, okay, and then they're spinning to the ground. Two of them scream. Aubrey cackles, but they're doing like barrel rolls. It looks so bad. A lot of the effects and stuff, which haven't been many, have looked pretty decent. This was rough. All right, and it was like a funny idea on paper, just horrendous on screen, which is a lot of this. They're back on the road, house in the distance. Teen looks up and points and says, look, guys, the next trial. Let's keep moving.
Yeah.
It's not boring. It won't fucking quit. Okay, yes, thank you, Tomak, for getting us off this for a moment. I can't breathe. Oh, yeah, actually, that is one of our tabs. That is one of our tabs.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
That was the other tab we were going to play that for. So, yes, uno momento, Tomak. First, we have to talk about black, non-binary, lesbian.
Yeah, let me get my
witches.
Agatha rocks off first.
Also, thank you so much, Tomak. All right. Where was I? Red Moon? No. Okay, they all crashed.
They landed. They're running towards the trial because Teen points out Pet, as I like to call him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My favorite moments of them is when they're like bad mouthing each other, or what we're about to get to is they all are like, we got to kill Agatha, and that's like, I like these people now. All of a sudden,
I'll point out in any other series, I would probably have a problem with Agatha, a woman leading around this man, but Teen is ever so effeminate, and it's just two catty bitches with power dynamics over here. So it's fun. You guys fight it out. I like seeing their games.
All right, so they finally get to the trial, and I think it's going to be a cool summer camp slasher movie. They're going to be running away screaming from like a chainsaw. No, it's just like a sleepover where they have a Ouija board. Teen, of course, because this is what his character's for, finds the Ouija board and reads all the rules because this is what he's there for, is to give you all the exposition and crap. Did you notice? Well, actually, here we had one moment that I liked. As Teen says, "We got a Ouija." So when I say it's Ouija time, literally he says, "We got a Ouija," and Agatha says, "It's not a verb." It's like, there we go. I like those kind of little catty moments and whatnot that are actually kind of funny.
She had a couple moments like that. Yeah.
Yes, correct. And then he reads the rules. And did you notice this? When he's looking at the rules, he says Spanish, Chinese, English. No, that doesn't play into anything else. English it was clearly like an American Ouija board. So English would be in the beginning, but they just wanted to put Whitey after Spanish and Chinese? Or what?
I thought he was just remarking the fact that it was in any languages at all other than.
Okay. Because I was like, what just happened there? I was confused by that. I'm like, are you like Eva Whitey needs to go to the back of the bus or something? Or I didn't. Okay. I don't know why.
Siamese, if you please. Dun, 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 dun. We are Siamese. If you
I do identify as Asian, yes.
That's
so
very terrifying.
Rule 2, they don't talk over each other, and then all the women immediately start talking over each other, all angry. Which I'm like,
say that.
That was a good moment. It also shows like this isn't really a lot of feminist messaging. It shows women being bitches a lot of the time. So then rule 25, they do like 8 rules, several of which you could have just cut from the script. Rule 25, don't let your hand leave the thingy-mabob or else a spirit will be released. Rule 26, have fun. So it's Ouija time.
Always end on goodbye.
They all move around, and then all of a sudden, Mrs. Hart, the one they killed off there. Yeah, why? They never even came up. So fucking stupid.
Well, he does end it at the very end. He puts it on goodbye. Like, literally put it on goodbye on the thing. But yeah, when she starts talking like Mrs. Hart.
That was good acting.
I cringed.
Oh, you cringed?
I was cringing.
I thought she did a pretty good impression of her.
Which is great, because that's what she says when they all call her on the bullshit that she was pretending and that wasn't actually the challenge. Which I guess that's a good moment. If he liked it and I didn't see, there you go. That just shows you. There you go.
Yeah, I don't understand people giving this like an 8 out of 10 really enjoyed, but if someone wants to give this like a 5 or 6 out of 10, I'm like, I would argue otherwise, but all right. Compared to someone giving like The Marvels or Acolyte, like a 7 out of 10, you know?
I mean, I did not give those. I gave those far lower.
Oh yeah, correct. Correct.
I mean, I think I would give this like a 5 or a 5. Yeah, 5 or 6. No, 5. 5. We have to reevaluate our shit.
So when the hand leaves, they're actually okay. Yeah, it's like legit
they have to go
Ouija
back and
time
do it for real. Yeah,
and the papers fly around, and then the old witch says, "I hated this the first time," and then Teen, because this is his freaking job in the show, says, "Old witch is being weird again." Time travel foreshadowing. She's done this before, or was it the first time she tried on the road, or is there time travel? Because like that's what I'm saying. If you give this a 2 out of 10, where do you go? Where in episode 8 they add time travel to this fucking show? You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
If they add time travel, I'm gonna lower it 0.5 immediately from there, and I'm gonna have to start issuing apologies to people who gave it a 2 out of 10.
I didn't notice the time travel if it was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is people say it's boring, but it goes so fast you don't even like catch that stuff. And then they realize that to pass the trial they need to punish Agatha, and this is when I started liking them because they're all like, "Kill Agatha, kill Agatha." I'm like, "Burn the bitch."
Punish her, spank her, strip her naked, and spank her. Oh, well, she said punish her. They didn't specify the type of punishment.
So of course, Teen tries to defend her, and then and some of them are saying this is what we should do. We should do. Aubrey says we should just slit her throat, which okay, a moment where I liked her. And then Agatha says, and people ask why I don't have female friends. I said they kind of don't make women look that great in this show.
Kind of nice.
Then, did you catch this? Black woman says familiars don't get a vote to the white man. Not even 3/5 of vote. 0. The black woman says no votes for you because you're a second-class citizen.
Do you know what another word for familiar is? Slave. Slaves don't get a vote. Yeah, that's
so
what happened.
Did you notice at the time?
Yes, I correctly noticed that the black woman said to the white guy another word for slaves. The slaves don't get a vote. Yes, it was very on the nose. It was very funny. I would like my 30 acres as well. Maybe a little bit more these days.
Agatha disappears and the lights go out, and then Black Woman hunting Agatha finally makes me like her character. They look up and Agatha is floating in the freaking rafters, and this is where they go full-blown Exorcist style.
I meant 40. Sorry, I tried to shortchange you 10 acres.
And then literally goes upside, does like the upside down crab crawl.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, which was good. I'm sure it was a body double.
No, it's 30 acres, Badger. I get a 20% cut, guys.
That's
or
right,
no,
Matt is
25% cut. Matt is racist. Thank you. All right, they look up and Agatha's floating, blah blah blah. Aubrey made me laugh. Oh yeah, because she's going like crazy, and Aubrey says
possessed by her mommy, by her mother.
Was actually a good moment. So Aubrey just laughs and says, "Sweetheart, you okay?" While she's doing like the full like grudge stuff and whatnot. And I was like, hey, that's a funny moment, a little bit of lightness to go like with the horror. Like this is kind of what they frame the show as being, some horror, some comedy. It hasn't quite worked out. They haven't really done much horror in what's like episode 3 or whatever, when they're doing like the horror like flashes of like their memories. I like that. I don't think they've really done horror since then. And we all love horrors.
I don't know, but Bobby makes me think about it. Like 40 acres is it's a lot. That's a lot. That
I know.
Unrealistic.
I'll take half an acre.
5 acres? 5? You wanted to add another 30? That's a lot. But yeah, right. Let's go up, Broken. 70 or no peace.
But most importantly, Agatha starts choking the black bitch, and I finally start liking her character. I like them most when they attack each other.
Very bad. Very, very bad. Agatha did a racism. She was only allowed to attack the other ones.
Yo, bly. And then the lights get turned on and the problem solved. That's all they had to do was turn the power back on. It's so dumb. And then the ghost shows up. Aubrey does some terrible acting, and it's Agatha's mom who is possessing her, who's like, motherfucker, my coven risked everything to kill her, and you fools have willingly joined her. And they're just like, oh, my bad. For these flimsy reasons, we joined her because we want like our power back or something. And then I enjoyed, she said, stop embarrassing me in front of my friends, Mom. That was one that could have gone cringe, but I enjoyed it. But it was right before it was bad and right after it was bad. But they're doing like the whole sleepover thing. Oh, Mom shows up and tells you, you know, how terrible you are. Oh, Mom, stop embarrassing me. A kind of decent, funny-ish moment. Preceded and followed by shit.
Yeah. Poop cookie-ish, if you will.
Oh, Bros, Agatha's mom says that she was born evil and she should have killed her the second she was like left her body. I'm like, God, Agatha's mom, like mic drop.
Yeah, she got pretty. She basically said this, but to her daughter.
I think I want my money back.
Yes, and then my note was, bro. ... new favorite character. And then is followed by some atrocious acting as the ghost takes her back over. Asian witch suddenly turns into a Super Saiyan / Ghostbuster and out of nowhere just starts shooting witch powers.
So the whole idea is they all had their powers, they just weren't at full strength. That's why they're all going down the road to get like overclocked basically. But they all know that Agatha can take their powers if they use it. So she takes a chance to use her powers to remove the being possessed. And Agatha, the second it's gone from her, immediately starts taking her power and like, turning into Clancy Brown when he's getting the power of the one in the Highlander. And yeah.
Let's just say I do enjoy using... who's the black bitch from Kenobi? I forgot her name, thank God. What was the same girl?
Riva?
Riva, yeah.
That's
Riva's getting
the character
choked.
You don't like, yeah.
When she's getting choked by Darth Vader, I love that clip. I've used it more than a few.
Lovely British actress. But Riva, oh no. We different things about Riva.
Very enlightening, yes. All right, where were we again? All right, yeah. So she goes like she should start shooting powers out of her hands.
Yeah.
But Agatha can steal powers. She just has to get you to use them on her. So it pushes her mom out, but now it's just Agatha there, and she starts stealing up Asian witches' powers and
Asian hate.
Kills that bitch. Yes,
kills her.
I believe I put #stop. Yeah, #stop Asian lesbian hate was my note.
And she looks like I do after 3 or 4 rounds of imagining all the fun females. Yeah, no, she looks super dried out and shrunken and
oh my God, yeah. And while this is happening, Teen, because it's his role in the story, runs over to the Ouija board that's moving, and he reads out like 25 letters and says,
Who are you?
yeah. And he says,
Who are you?
Nicholas Scratch. He literally just yells, Martha! And then all of a sudden Agatha stops. Why did you say my mommy's name?
I thought Nicholas Scratch was Agatha's son's name, right?
Correct. And she hears him say, Mama, stop. So her son's soul like makes her stop. Too bad Asian bitch is dead. Lamau. What's my note?
By the way, now I will point out that Scratch is Mr. Scratch is a ripoff from the Alan Wake series, where Mr. Scratch is the Dark Places physical persona that looks like Alan Wake.
Itchy and Scratchy show.
Yeah.
All right. So I kept talking about how I wasn't going to remember any of these bitches' names. You may have noticed I've just been calling them by their race,
ethnicities?
which, correct. And I said I wasn't going to learn black bitch's name, but I found her name was Jennifer, which is when I always say, stop making these ridiculous names. Just give them names like John and Jennifer so I can remember. I remember that. This bitch's name was Alice, which I did not remember. And they knew the audience also didn't know her name. And they're like, but we need them to care about her. So what if Teen shouts Alice 25 to 30 fucking times? Alice! Did you notice that? Did you find it weird how many times he said her name?
Poughkeepsie.
It's Alice. My safe word is Alice.
Yeah, he said it a lot, but I figured it was just overreacting and overreacting.
I wrote that note, and then he kept doing it after a little bit more, so I had to update 20 times to 25 times. Yo, Philip. Suns and Shadows got you earlier with a membership, I believe. Feel free to use those emotes. So, God, where are we at? Hashtag stop lesbian hate. Agatha walks off, notices she's got some of her power back. Teen confronts her, and she pretends like she couldn't control it when she killed the Asian bitch. And then he gets all cryish, which I was like, oh, no. It's the first good acting I've seen from him the entire series. And he's in that, like, Heartstopper, like, gay teen romance show. So I assume he, like, is crying in that all the time. He actually did some acting for the first. I was like, oh no, gay crying. He actually did a little bit of acting.
A little bit.
Briefly. And then at the very end, he forgot how to act again. But very briefly, during all the crying, he actually did some okay acting. Ish. Okay. And then also, while he's getting all crying, yes.
I think that says more about you than it might say about Erwin.
Calling the kettle allegedly black, Bobby. All right, so we've got him doing some decent acting with the crying, and then Agatha finally remembers how to play a character and actually do some acting. So while he's been all like sniveling, crying a little weak ass, she's all like, all right, looks like I need to do a power move on this bitch. Whispers into his ear, you're so much like your mother. An actual, like, good moment. It only took 5 episodes to finally have a decent moment between the two, but it finally happened. And she all, like, walks off like, oh, look how cool I am with that power move. And then all of a sudden, the old witch and black witch just grab her arms. She can't fight them for some reason. And then they throw her bitch ass into the tar pit.
They're possessed by...
Wait, are they?
You see their eyes were all glazed over.
Okay, I did not notice.
He made them do that because it cuts to him.
Oh.
And he's got Scarlet Witch powers. He's got a tiara that manifests.
You're like, oh, they put a tiara on the guy. Yeah, correct. I believe I've got a picture of it. One moment, please.
Yeah. And that's when if you've been paying attention, you realize that he is in fact Agatha's Wanda's very gay son, Wiccan. That's why it was relevant.
Yeah, like when I see him in this, I'm like, oh no, and he starts crying. I enjoyed it.
Tiara, headband, we're artists here.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm probably
maybe. I would say sleepover definitely better than musical number. All right, terrible. Blah. Do we get to see it? Is it coming up? No, dang it. I thought we had a picture. I got to find it in the other one. Or is it in this one? Nope. I got to find it in a different one. Fuck.
Yeah.
I thought I had his damn tiara.
But he does. We saw it in the leaked concept art that we put on some streams where he has the magic that's blue instead of red. Wiccan.
Yeah, we already
knows what happened to the brother.
We already knew who it was.
The other brother.
And they try to throw like a little bit of a, oh, maybe he's not that. Maybe he's Agatha's kid. And then they killed it at the very end of the last. But it's like there's supposed to be another boy. Where's the other boy? And also, I thought they already killed these people, these kids. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Please
well,
don't make me
because they
watch
don't
WandaVision.
exist in the main universe. Wanda made them up, and then they do exist in other multiverses. So, what Wiccan? Whose Wiccan is this? Whose Wiccan is this? Yeah, the boy.
No
Quotation marks.
Let's see if I can find Tiara. Oh God. Oh my God. Yeah,
Canceled.
it's as bad as I remembered it. All right, open this bad boy up. Here we go. He's all moody. Did he get extra like ear piercings, or has he always had that?
You really notice it with the head jewelry.
Yeah, like they should give him like a couple like tattoos that maybe like popped up, some like Jujutsu Kaisen like demon mark kind of things, or
sure, some pride.
Oh, I always forget he's got the little line in his eyebrow. He's so trendy. But yeah, guys, it's gay Wanda. Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't want to do this no more.
It's almost over.
Yeah.
It's almost over.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, it is literally almost over. Did I exit out of it? No. Let's pull it up. Blah, blah, blah. Power move. Gets put in a pit. Blah, blah, blah. Teen looks all evil wearing a Scarlet Witch tiara crown thing. Lol gay. Billie Eilish music. Credits are 6 minutes and 20 seconds. I can't believe there's so much show left. But there's 6 minutes and 20 seconds of credits. And you're telling me you made this cheaper than all the other shows, but you've got 6.5 minutes of credits. I do not believe that you only spent 80 to 100 million. 4 more episodes to go, guys. Thank God.
He's just a teenage Frankenstein, baby.
That's what I thought was going on. But then I was like, oh no, it's just ear piercings and then he's got the tiara. But yeah, no.
Saving lives.
Yay.
Saving lives. He should join the Eternals. I agree.
I can't wait. Well, Eternals. Hell, let's have him join the Avengers along with Brie Larson's Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, Bounding still doesn't like you depending on the browser you use.
Yeah.
This is from known scooper Alex Perez that Brie Larson is going to be the leader of the Avengers. Hey, look, after the Zegler, after a bevy of See You Next Tuesdays, is Brie really? Is anyone mad at Brie because of what she said 4 years ago? I think she's been humbled pretty solidly. Now, if she says anything else, we can greenlight it again. But other than that, does anyone even want me back? I don't know. Well, that's RK Outpost. I don't want to take his woman from him.
Where is it? Where did I put it? Oh, here we are. Well, see, what I keep noticing when I'm like, oh, cool. Here's this like update, to like say Secret War, or here's Civil War 2. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I pull the comic book out and I look at the front cover, and smack dab in the fucking middle is Captain Marvel every fucking time.
Now, Bobby, I ask you, have you seen Skull Island? Did you remember that she was in that with Tom Hiddleston? And I dare say she ranges from likable to pure fuckable. So clearly it's possible. So I think the real question is, will they write her? Will they write her better? Will they write her better?
Stop resisting.
Would you hide it? This is what happens when you have too much nerd stuff.
Oh, wait, I think it's in here. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Yeah. When I watched Scott Pilgrim, her and Brandon Routh were my favorite characters, unironically.
Aubrey Plaza also in it too, right? Yeah. Blonde Aubrey Plaza.
Bro, yes. That's my point. You don't remember because she does her job. We
have like original Secret Wars, which I still need to get, and it's all the superheroes you want on the cover. But then we've got new Secret Wars, which is the Secret Wars they're going to do. Who's in the middle on the bottom? Oh, that's Miles Morales. And who's in the middle of the center, surrounded by everyone, the absolute focal point?
Hey, look.
Captain Marvel. And
you see her gooch.
Yeah, correct. And Chris Evans was too and such. So Civil War 2. Actually, I didn't really like the first Civil War. A lot of people liked it. It inspired a lot. It's especially like the MCU and whatnot. I mean, I like Mark Millar, but I wasn't a big fan. But hey, Civil War 2. All right, that sounds cool. I want to check that out. And I pull it off, and it's Iron Man, Tony Stark, big face right here. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. Like Carol Danvers all up against Iron Man.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they don't still push a bunch of characters that have been rebooted a billion times. I'm just saying that they do have actresses that are not horrible people when given good material. They just don't give them good material. Like Miss Marvel's not popular in the comics, but Iman Vellani is popular as an actress, and she can at least fucking act and say funny things sometimes. Just don't write it the right way.
Correct. And then some It's like with Agatha, sometimes they are like capable of writing, and they just seem to choose not to instead. All right, so
yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bobby. They do a disservice to their own people. Go back and watch Skull Island and Scott Pilgrim. Like at least she's with Brandon Routh, the girlfriend, like the pop star girlfriend. They're likable. They're good. It's good scenes.
Yeah, was it The Room or something like that she was in? People
won an
always
Oscar.
credit. I've never seen. Oh yeah,
That doesn't
it's
mean
insane.
much because it's a corrupted organization, but
So obviously this is a scooper, and I went through like all the things he said. He had a lot to say, but what was interesting was that she wasn't going to show up for Spider-Man 4, other than maybe something tiny that they were going to save her for Doomsday, but also that she would be a main. Oh my God, now I'm distracted staring at her boobs. Saying that she'd be a main character. Later on, he says that Black Captain Falcon would also be like a co-leader of the Avengers. So imagine Brie Larson and Captain Black Falcon America as the leaders of the Avengers, and then throw like a Ant-Man's like daughter in there or something too for good measure. That's terrible. All right. Apparently this is for you, Badger. Go ahead.
Meatwad for 5 at Badger. Meatwad got the money, see? Meatwad got the honey, G. Driving in my car, living like a star, ice on my fingers and toes, and now I'm a Taurus. Yeah.
We
Shout
have
out, bro.
Meatwad and fucking milkshake from milkshake from Hunger. Fuck, I can't ever remember what order he puts his name in. Master Shake from Hunger. Damn, I can't ever remember what his actual name is. Fuck.
What was the Beardo one? Regulators.
From Hunger Team.
Shout out. Instead of mount up, shout out.
Oh, so obviously it's a rumor, but like I said, they keep wanting to put Captain Marvel at the center of absolutely everything,
That's
and they haven't
Shang-Chi,
showed that
right?
they've
When
changed.
her and broke ass Mark Ruffalo show up, and his arm was all gimpy before he got fixed in She-Hulk.
Do you remember who was directing Doomsday?
Daniel Dustin Craig. I thought no, wait, Doomsday, because Doomsday and Secret Wars are the Russo brothers, but Daniel Dustin Craig from Shang-Chi is doing the Spider-Man movie that's in between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Okay, is that what it is? Okay, well, apparently her and Shang-Chi, Destin Daniel Cretton.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi director, they're buddies. So whatever it is he's directing, the question is, will he let her sneak in since they're friends?
I believe so. I believe they'll keep, and we'll see what they do. This motherfucker. We'll see. He got promoted. They're gonna have to explain a lot.
Is that Captain like Falcon Punch? Is that what we're talking about right now? Interesting. All right.
Well, the interacting with people, you can tell from she doesn't know how to make interpersonal connections with people. Like she probably lacks empathy,
Zegler vibes,
emotional empathy and intelligence. Yeah. Zegler vibes.
Yeah. Like
Amanda Stenberg vibes.
Right, and that's honestly, she acts like a plank of wood. Not only is her ass a plank of wood, she acts like a plank of wood. Because she seems a little dead inside. And the way she talks in interviews and stuff, she seems a little not.
Well, that's what happens
there.
with a lot of these actors that don't have a life before. Like some of them are humans, and then some of them, all they have is the fakeness, and they never develop a real personality. And then they're constantly pretending to be other people.
Yeah, like multiple personality style.
Yeah, it's a fucking recipe for mental, which is why child stars, very few of them survive to the other side. Yeah,
which that's when the child actors that come out relatively normal, it's like an absolute miracle.
And like the Drew Barrymores, and then they still will tell you horror stories of her being 9 on coke, being passed around at parties in Hollywood. Yeah, you don't hate the elite enough. And by the way, her mom sent her there. So you don't hate the elite and the mothers and parents that give their children to them because they want fame by proxy.
All right.
I guess we judged Brie Larson too harshly.
Shout out to Brie. The Boy and the Beast. I had seen this before. I really enjoyed it. Gave it a rewatch. Make sure it was as good as I remembered. And man, I freaking loved it. And it's by the same guy who did like Summer Wars, Girl Who Let Through Time, those movies. Man, the animation is so good. The art itself so good. The stories, I love the characters. Boy ends up as like parents die or whatever, so he runs off to a magical world where he gets trained by the beast, and he's the boy. And so they're all like animals. This dude, he might be a furry. He's like, I realize a lot of themes
Possible.
that continue in all his movies. He might be a furry, but so the kid's really stubborn, whereas he is also really stubborn. Like none of his apprentices last, so they end up button heads, but then they grow, and there's like a father-son relationship, and he's training them because he wants to like take over their little animal world because they can turn into gods or something.
Meatwad for 2. By the way, Badger and Irwin on CobraCast win. Hashtag 199. As soon as Jeremy asks, I would love to be on any of the 199 stuff. We were proud members of the Fellowship and the 199 daily. Any of the things.
Yes.
I'm actually membershiped that I pay for myself on Jeremy's D-Day Cobra for CobraCast because political reasons. I love Jeremy.
So, man, the characters, and it's not just 2 main characters that was great. All the supporting characters were great as well. If you've seen his other movies like Wolf Children, you get all the training, and then he goes back into the human world for a while, so you get that nice little break. It's nice, pacing break that Agatha needs to learn about instead of going bam, 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 bam.
Dude, they want to get that shit over and done with.
And then it comes back, and then you get the ending, and you think it's over, but oh no, the bad guy's not actually defeated, so you get a little more extra, and then a little extra on top of that. The character development and the arcs are just so good. They, like, during one of the training montages, it just goes ahead like 10 years, so like as they're fighting, you just like see them growing and stuff. So well handled. Boy and the Beast. It's on Crunchyroll, or you can rent it. It's, oh my god, it's so good. I've got like one other movie from this guy I need to watch, and then another movie from that Your Name people I need to watch. I've been watching so much good anime. I'm gonna be talking about Eureka 7 here tomorrow.
Did you watch Uzumaki?
Episode
Did you
2,
watch the one? Was there a huge drop off, like they said?
Oh, well, yeah, we talked about it on Gooch's stream. It's the art was amazing. The animation, there was time when like the kids were running down the street, and it was like a little kid drew it like this, and then it would stay like that for like 10 frames, and then there's like next little and it's like practically stick figures. They goofed up.
Yeah,
but the
we
art's
showed a
amazing.
clip, but you've seen the whole thing, and so it's consistently like that, where it's just missing a bunch of frames and. Oh,
Actually,
well.
I like that guy in Warehouse 13, where he was also gay. Back when we could have gay characters and you could actually like them. Warehouse 13 had redheaded, spunky, super smart engineer girl.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite archetypes, and she was great before they absolutely destroyed them. And every time you get they're mechnics now. I can't. Oh my god, I miss. Yeah, well, like the tank girl like archetype used to be awesome, and now it's been ruined. All right, would you watch any of those sci-fi channel TV shows?
I did, yeah.
Eureka, speaking of, Eureka and Warehouse 13 were my favorites. All right, so who wants to see Alyssa Mercante get BTFO'd? Where is it? No rest for the wicked. CEO Thomas Mahler teaches Kotaku senior editor Alyssa Mercante how making video games works after she attacked him as a dickhead. He handles it so freaking perfectly. I love it. All right. So basically we had this woman the other day trying to say the gaming industry has been destroyed. Yes, but it's not because of wokeness, I swear. And so she claimed to work at Ori and the Will of the Wisps developer. Too bad the CEO decided to show up. I'm the director behind both Ori games, and I don't know who you are and how you were affiliated with Ori. And then was all just basically, I worked with Xbox user research for 2 years.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, what I'd say, he was far nicer than this. Yeah, he handles it so fucking perfectly. All right, so that could explain it. I didn't want to cause you any trouble. I just saw you posting that you worked on Ori, and I had no idea who you are. Since you're calling people names online, I thought it was important to inform people that you never actually worked for Moon Studios and that you didn't ever directly engage with anyone at Moon. I thought I remembered this guy calling people out. We've talked about this guy before when he called her out this first time, if I'm not mistaken. Or another, I was following him on Twitter. I know that. We've covered him before. And then always be nice to people, Ray, even those you disagree with. All right, handles it perfectly. BTF owes her, puts her in her place. And then games journalists get wind of this. Oh no! Alyssa Mercante strikes.
Along comes a spider.
So he just puts it perfectly, like nails every single freaking word, just like perfect marketing. No caps.
I don't know who you are.
You're a dickhead. He responds, I don't know who you are. And that's how you treat these people. Yes.
It's like the perfect Thanos. I don't even know who you are.
For me, it was just a Tuesday. Correct way to handle it.
For me, it was Tuesday.
So she had written a hit piece about him in 2022. Maybe you forgot. This hit piece I wrote about you. I'm a totally normal person. All right. And then this is where he goes to town. You're apparently a journalist from Kotaku. He should have put journalist in quotes. So I'm guessing you haven't worked in actual game development yet. Let me try to explain the thing you posted about, pats her on the head a little bit, which I'm guessing was from that hit piece from a few years back. Yes, I'm guilty of what's stated in that image, and that's okay because this is the normal creative process. Basically, he talks about it. Some people got hired on. They didn't work with the culture, so they were let go. And then Kotaku goes, oh, say bad things about this video game company for us. So Alyssa Mercante can write an article. Why does everyone hate Kotaku? No idea. We brought lots of veterans into Moon because generally great people want to get the opportunity to work on great projects, and that's our goal. We always set out to create the kind of games, but he says a bunch of really good stuff. And then, there's a hole in the market. He's trying to fill it. Just says some normal good stuff. But with great talent comes lots of enthusiasm and passion, which absolutely leads to arguments. Because ultimately everyone is working hard on getting their vision into the game. But also everyone at Moon understands that we're working together as a team. So the point of these arguments is then to try and convince each other why this or that solution would be the best thing for the game we're making. And the best solution ought to win. Also,
fuck you. I don't care what you're working on. Everyone is going to stop until we get this zipper tit in the game. Until my trans scars are in the game, you stop working on all of your... I don't care if it clips through. Get me my trans scars in.
And he talks about how, it's a chaotic, but, pretty controlled process. But, there's disagreements. And in art, everyone has the vision in their head of what it is. And, that's what people have literal creative disagreements.
That's how it's supposed to work, yes.
And absolutely every now and then I have to put my foot down and set the direction because I'm the game director. And ultimately it's my responsibility to ensure that everyone knows where things are heading and that decisions got made. And yes, blah, blah, blah.
Imagine
blah,
he's
blah,
taking
blah.
the time to explain how fucking the reality works to a child.
That's what he's saying. He's like, all right, we're going to do this. But then after some playtesting and stuff, he decided to change it. No, we're going to do this other thing. Just the creative process at work, but it's he's terrible and he was mean to me and then he ended up going back. To me, this is all just how creative work happens. Correct. It can be painful, but my job, like any good director, is to understand what's going on and make sure the right decisions get made, even if some work might get rendered useless in the process. And then it talks about Miyamoto, blah blah blah. A few years back we hired some folks that didn't really fit our culture, so we had to part ways with them, and then this article happened. And then he handles it absolutely perfect. Says, I hope they're happier now where they've landed. They come out to do a hit piece, and he's like, I hope you're happier now. I don't know why you're out here cursing out game developers and what your whole deal is, but I hope that gave you some insight into the creative process and its messiness and beauty. And then the best part, I hope you have a nice day. Yours, dickhead.
He does have a rather elongated forehead in that picture. That's in that name.
Correct.
It is how you get Concord. It is toxic positivity. The point of a director is to direct, keep everyone on point, on mission, to see the value of each individual part while not focusing on, and keeping everyone going forward. And they are incapable of doing that. Because like you say, if you say no to someone, all of a sudden it's been a slight. You get to go to HR.
You're attacking my human rights.
Yeah.
All right. Tomac demanded it and Tomac will receiveth it. If IGN gives it a 5, you know it's bad. The Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft, anime animated cartoon. We'll call it cartoon. Just dropped on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. And IGN, 5. We just saw they gave Agatha last episode a 6. So this is worse than the entire series is worse than that last episode we just watched, Badger.
I don't know. Do we have to watch this shit? I
No,
guess maybe I'll just
Nope.
skim through some of it.
No,
but
Dips, go ahead. Yeah, feel free.
But by the way, it really is this. Like, I think I've asked multiple people in the business when they got to the script read of the power of one, the power of two, the power of many. That's where multiple people should have started laughing and said, no, but toxic positivity allowed it. And then we get $300 million later.
Where did all our hundreds of millions of dollars go?
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
Oh boy.
So we're in such a situation, and IGN 5 out of 10 nowadays translates to like 2 or 3 out of 10. Oof. But also, or does a 5 from them suggest that it might be worth checking out because they also gave the Penguin a 5. So
Yeah, she was looking beefy too. I mean,
Larry, the next one down was Larry Croft.
yeah. Yeah, and Gooch can cover it. Let his sweet Canadian self cover that whole thing. I don't know, because he seems like he has a lot to cover on the animation front. I don't know if I would put this in to the lineup personally.
Speaking of things I would not put into the lineup is Price of Reason had to escape us today to go watch the new Saturday Night movie. Did you even know this was coming out?
Yes, because I've unfortunately had to go to movies and I saw trailers for this.
Oh, really? I haven't seen a single trailer for it. I knew it was coming out because I was going to bring up an article a couple times just so I could talk about who cares about this, but I didn't even care enough to do a tab about who cares about this. And Price of Reason left us to go watch Saturday Night.
That's all right.
I thought he was our friend. But yeah, he'll report back to us on this because I don't think anyone else in the country is going to see this movie.
You see, Bobby, I used to be enough for Erwin, but he got into these swinger parties with other streamers, and now just regular streaming sex isn't enough for him. He needs to spice it up with these Europeans. It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, well, I know a certain director who says he wish he could Thanos snap half the population. All right. Are you seeing Terrifier 3?
Shut up, Buzz. No, but like everyone seems very excited. I've never watched the first two Terrifiers.
Apparently they're new. I assume they were older or whatever, but Terrifier 3 is tracking to potentially beat Joker 2's second week at the box office. That would be so funny. Please, God, do it. Yes, please, yes.
But I guess maybe I should.
Wait, were you going to go see it now?
I don't know. These Jeff and Malty seem fucking happy about it.
Oh, yeah, he is Mr. Horror Guy. And yeah, I know a couple of GCA people are going to go see it and review it. Oh, yeah.
And Nadia will be watching it. And
okay, yeah, I just really want Joker 2 to continue losing. And then we got first 5 Nightmare on Elm Street films are now streaming on Max.
Watch them all.
So I think Halloween, I already got tickets for Coraline 3D. I'll probably watch this because I haven't seen I haven't seen any of these. So I'll watch that first one and I'll probably play a little Deadly Premonition for my Halloween.
Problem is I watched those all when I was young and I very quickly switched to like Freddy's like the star. He's the protagonist. You're not scared because you're rooting for Freddy. It's the main character. Unlike a lot of scary movies where you're sort of rooting for the it's a weird thing.
Back when back when we
Heather,
could have fun while watching movies.
Yeah.
So yes, looking forward to that. Blah blah blah. We're skipping ahead because we got to get to ABF Watch.
Where in the world is Alec Baldwin's finger?
I'll have that by the time he's back. I'll have that clip as well. Okay, officially on vacation. Well earned, I would say. Well earned.
God bless him.
Happy to see him getting a little break from shooting his co-workers. He also had time to post this. Hey, Fear the Beardo. Don't worry, it's a video.
Yeah.
Let me play this for you.
I've seen that big ass banana. Yeah.
Now,
so most people would probably bite that from the side if they were on camera. But no. Yeah. Just right on in there.
And ABF finally gets a vacation from work, and this is how he spends his time. I love it. Yeah,
Working
it's
9 to 5.
4,500 impressions on that. I love
Yeah.
ABF's weaponized Twitter account. It makes me happy.
Yeah,
Oh,
by
yeah,
the
we
way,
have
ABF paid for like a band of Peruvians to just orbit him with machine guns at all times. He's fine.
Yes. I am the law. So we also have another clip. So he's gone. So guys, you might have to step
Sorry.
it up. Wait, did you move it?
The money, please. It's right below money, please.
Okay, I was gonna put that,
Yeah.
but I'm like, no, we're gonna
Yeah,
get confused. We gotta keep the ABF.
Look, ABF isn't here. Things need to happen.
Give me the cash.
Been here long?
You're looking up. Come on, give me the cash.
Yeah.
And shout out to Rhino the Hamster for that one. Send it to me on
Cornboy
DM'd me,
understands.
sent me a good clip of it and said, hey, you should clip this. And it was timestamped at the part I was supposed to play. Yes, I all the clips you guys want, if you send them to me like that, I will clip everything.
Yeah.
Shout out, Cornboy. Thank you.
I mean, because at the end of the day, if ABF isn't here,
Only you can stop them.
the Greys,
Damn
only you
dirty
can stop
Greys.
these Greys. That's right.
They're getting everywhere. And like, if I'm not mistaken, okay, originally it wasn't letting me do membership gifting. So let me go and give 5 now so we can get 5 more of these dang dirty Greys. Oh, Cornboy got istophobes with it. Nice. All right, and there's 5 more, so we can keep those dirty Greys out of here. We got
Phobius.
Cranky
It's the
Bones,
Phobos.
Revco, Dead and Dug Up. I just love seeing all the people who are subscribed to me. Psychotic Mongoose got one. Excellent.
Did you know that Istophobos is the beautiful moon planet that where all based people come from? And hot
Sounds like some Star Wars stuff.
Jedi power battles.
Istophobe. Yeah, that's where I want the chosen one to be born on, the planet Istophobe. Yeah, this is the remaking a game. Sorry, let me do my job and remember what this is.
Is
All
that Jedi power battles?
It is new enhanced edition of Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles, releasing January 23rd on console and PC. Enhancement is enhancing.
Enhance. Aspir's been. I mean, they fucked up on that Clone War one, the Battlefront one, but they were good on the Django. Boba Fett Bounty Hunter.
Do they have the Gloob droid?
Gonk.
What are these called? Donk? Dong?
It's a power droid, but Gonk. Gonk. Gonk.
Wait, isn't that
Gonk.
like
You gonk in
yeah,
Cyberpunk? it's an
Cyberpunk, right?
insult.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you
I know,
gonk.
I remember it.
Yeah, dude. I'm
Bunch
gonna
of
actually
gonkers.
finish this fucking game for once. Moon.
There
Yeah,
we go.
thank you.
I thought you might be happy with that one. He spun to 1 there too. All right, where else are we at? Okay, so Silent Hill 2 remake. It's out for 24 hours. You
saw
can
this.
already
Here we
you can
go
already play
again.
as CJ.
Yeah.
PC Master Race. Yo, blah.
Bro. Well,
Yeah.
I need to know, are the nurse bobblehead things trans, like they were saying? And is the main character ugged up?
Well, people are like, I don't know. I haven't seen any I think we'd be seeing more screenshots of like Crazy Face at this point, but people are liking it. But also people are in the culture war, like love bomb liking it as well. So it's a little tough to tell, but it's got really good reviews.
So back in the day when it was just PlayStation Generation 1, we had a bunch of wonky Star Wars games like Star Wars Obi-Wan and then Star Wars Jedi Power Battles, where they kept switching between like third person and platforming. And anyway, yeah, that's what we used to have back in the day. Jedi Power Battles, Obi-Wan, Episode 1
fun.
Racer. Yeah, it was fun back
A little
then.
janky.
Well, as all games were.
Oh, well, yeah. True.
For Lucasfilm back in the day. But yeah, that's probably going to be a purchase if it goes on sale. Did you know that Red Dead Redemption is finally getting a PC upgrade port that's coming out on the 29th of this month for $40?
Really?
About to go cheaper too. Yeah, but like that game is going to look great on PC with like widescreen.
So like
and
OG original Red Dead
OG
Redemption?
Red Dead, yes.
Right, because the new ones are just
Yeah.
called Red Dead, right? Like
No, the new one's
2
Red
or
Dead
what's it?
Redemption 2, but
Okay.
it's the first one where it's John Marston.
Okay, yes, correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Just
never
saying, we're
played
getting some decent remake ports that I didn't really. Yeah, the original for PC.
Ooh.
Yeah. 40
All
bucks
right.
not bad though.
So 24 hours after CJ will be in Red Dead Redemption.
Yep.
is what I'm
100%.
hearing.
Yes. Django.
All right.
I want my Django Unchained.
So let's let's go ahead and keep this good news coming. We had Hugo Weaving actually like laying down the law of why his ass isn't coming back, and like
This
everything
poor
he
guy.
said was perfect.
It was, but also I guess he doesn't understand that they're just gonna. They'll give him enough money, he'll come back, and they'll just CGI de-age him.
Oh, is that right, Hugo? What
Yeah,
about now?
Let me fucking throw enough money in your face. Oh, you don't want to make a Joker too? Here you go, Todd. Here's $20 million. Yeah, there's always enough money for these fucks that say they're not coming back. But no, his main thing was I'm too old. Elrond is supposed to be immortal. It's like, bro, they're gonna de-age you with CGI or AI or whatever, but you'll look. Like
Yeah,
you
come be
should.
in this thing you don't want to be on, and it's like you're not even going to be in it after we
Come
CG
give us
everything.
a soulless performance where you're in a blue room. We got
Destroy your legacy.
We've got Ian McKellen. He's gonna be 90 by the time we start shooting.
That was That's where they end up going. Like, Gandalf's coming. I know, but that's the thing is like Gandalf is old, so like they can make that work. Where as he talks in this, is even just coming back later to do the Hobbit and stuff. He's like, yeah, I'm too old for this for the Hobbit. With Games Radar interview says, personally, I've had enough of that. It was great being in New Zealand on and off over a 10-year period. I did then go back and work with the same team on a project called Mortal Engines, which I did my part and I saw, thank you very much, which was going to be their next big franchise, but it died on its arse. So he's like saying nice things about the things that deserves it. Mortal Engines was a total flop. So he makes a fun little joke, says a little British thing. Awesome. So I've had enough of Middle Earth. I don't imagine anyone would ask me to do it again.
I don't imagine anyone would ask me to do it. He can give me the money. He's Australian, but whatever. New Zealand. You get the idea.
Oh, he's
give
Australian?
Me money, please.
Oh, I figured he's British.
Money. He's New Zealandish. Yeah, he's Australian. Hugo Weaving.
So here we go. Elrond is meant to be immortal, and I'm aging. Wait, he cares about the character and like lore and it making. Elrond is one of the few characters. I think there's only 3 or 4 of them who span through the Silmarillion, Lord of the Rings, and the Hobbit. Motherfucker just said Silmarillion.
Don't worry, Jim Versalke and Amazon will buy that for you.
But meanwhile, a Harry Potter writer, we don't know if he's actually read all the books or not. When the freaking actor,
You know what? I know you play
actor.
devil's advocate, but he better have, by now have read them all.
Oh, yeah,
Just
he
like,
fucking better have. Yeah, beat money truck. Yeah. Are you sure? Fuck. All right, yeah. Wow, that one hurt a little. But even when he went back to reshoot certain parts of Lord of the Rings, I was aware I was older than I was before, and shooting stuff on The Hobbit was starting to get slightly silly. Why can't we just have all actors be Hugo Weaving? Oh my god.
Yes, but then also like you can make believe, right?
Yeah, and then he just keeps going, nailing. I love being a part of that franchise, but I have absolutely no plans or desires to be a part of it anymore. Yeah, he nails it, and then they're like, "But Ian McKellen did it."
I have absolutely no desire to be in it whatsoever. I totally just could never even imagine myself in it.
Except he says,
My money.
so there's going to be a script arriving sometime in the new year for the new one. That's next year. And then I'll judge whether I want to go back. You nailed everything, buddy. And then at the very end, you're sigh.
You got to leave that door open just a little bit for the gravy train to be poured in. Yeah. Come on now.
You're doing so good, Hugo. Doing so good.
You know what, Jeff? He's a fantastic
Is he
artist.
a diva?
He deserves to be a diva.
He has enough experience and wisdom to know this is how you handle interviews, at least.
Aggressive negotiations.
Yeah, teach Amanda Stenberg that. Could you imagine Hugo Weaving and Amanda Stenberg trying to have a conversation?
Oh my god! The only thing I'm imagining is Amanda in that fucking outfit that she should have worn the whole time. I'll tell you,
Hugo, you're so brat.
A lot more apt to listen to her opinion when she looks like that. It's a shame. She's probably really likable if she wasn't corrupted by dummery. Just say
yeah. It's
what the best ones are.
I think it's the progressive white woman inside of Amanda. Oh my god, someone's taking it off the screen.
The best ones are.
All right, God, he continues, but I don't want to read more. He was doing so good. Remember how we talked about that Get Out statue that was coming to London? It's out. I thought it was going to be him in the chair, like getting hypnotized, but it's literally him falling. And wait for the next one. Remember they did like a BLM like hugging statue that looked like a big turd or something like that. All I see right here is big saggy balls. Right?
Balls. I see balls. Yes.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. I mean, I'm gay, but I'm not crazy.
Someone stay on his face, quick.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
Congratulations.
It's good that he's alongside notable legends like Batman and Mary Poppins and Harry Potter.
So when like old dudes joke about their balls dragging on the ground, this is what I imagine. Oh my god.
Do your balls hang low? Do they travel to the floor? Can you tie 'em in a knot? Can you tie 'em in a bow? Can you? All right,
and that actually brings this up. A24 has acquired the rights to release Pillion. I bet everyone was just fighting over this one. Starring Harry Melling and Alexander Skarsgård. Described as a kinky queer romance.
Oh no, Dudley, no.
Oh wait, that's it. Oh my god, that is
It's Harry Otter's cousin Dudley, it is.
I didn't think I was going to be transitioning into this one. The film follows a man who becomes a 24/7 submissive for a handsome leader of a motorbike club.
No, I have to see fucking Skarsgård dominating Dudley. No.
No one tell ABF about this, please God.
Why?
I almost used the F word.
Why would you do
Who's back?
this?
The first comment, Dudley's back.
No.
Oh. God, why? All right, let's move on to some funnier news. Kamala Harris, she's finally on the campaign trail. World of Warcraft stream with Preheat, streamer named Preheat, never heard of him, was locked to emojis for chat, has 80,000 views. This is such a random PR stunt.
That was Neville Longbottom. But that is a fun one. Sorry, living up to the family name of Longbottom.
Well, he's the one who got jacked, right?
Yeah, he got jacked. Dude. He
looks
looks great right now.
Hey, have him play Wolverine. All right, so yeah, Kamala. Apparently, some influencers have come out and said, "Yeah, the Kamala campaign just tried to pay me $10,000 to like have her on." So this World of Warcraft streamer apparently took that $10,000. Governor Walt's Game Day, Arizona Rally Plus, World of Warcraft with Preheat. There was someone, AOC. Yeah, AOC played some game with like Hassan or something like that. And that's the vibes I'm getting here.
So basically all the super chats that were supposed to go to that campaign rally, that dude got and just kept.
Oh, wait, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. But it definitely gives me these vibes.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
Kamala is so... They had to destroy Florida and North Carolina. She's so fucked. Not that they would purposely do that or be able to control it in any way. I would never suggest something so crazy. But it does look like that might... I would never suggest anything that crazy, though. Actually, let's go and get to Elon real quick. We'll go for a little bit longer since there's no open bar today. Mm-hmm. This explains that... Oh, well, actually, I guess we'll start with this from... The rabbit hole. Between 1994 and 2017, the Democrats shifted more drastically to the left than the Republicans shifted to the right. This is what we're always talking about. How just normal people in the middle are now considered far right. They haven't changed. I haven't changed. The crazy ass Democrats have changed. 1994, little bitty gap between us. 2017, just 23 years later, huge gap between us. And they always want to blame us. They're like, oh, it's so divisive. And Biden is going to be a great uniter because we need to bridge this gap. Also, keep in mind, this is 2017. So like that Trump took office 2017. So this gap is not smaller. This gap has got to be bigger now. Which brings us Elon Musk with the American flag background and the dark MAGA Make America Great hat again.
Yeah, he's gone full. He's gone full on.
Full blownsies. This explains the silly terminology of the leftist legacy press where they only use the terms left and far right. From their extremely left standpoint, even centrists are far right, which would describe him. The Democrat Party has moved so far left that has left centrist behind. Hell.
That's what we talked about before. I always use his example that everyone, they're so far to the left that everyone is far right to them. It's because it's nuttery. They can't even tell you what a woman is.
And that's why I mentioned like Asmund Gold. He's such a good barometer because like he is more in the middle and he got, the woke brainwashing. So he used to be on the woke side, but now the crazier they get, the people in the middle are like, okay, never mind. I don't support this anymore. And then bam, they're far right.
I forgot who it was that I was watching, but he was on Mike Rowe. He was really smart. He was saying all the shit that we were saying, but he was saying smartly, and it sounds even worse when a smart person says it like correctly. He's like, you know, the whole thing, how America has survived is that we come together and we believe in certain things as a country. And he let it hang there. He's like, we can't agree on what a woman is. How could we solve any problem as a country if we can't understand and agree on the basic fucking biology of reality? Something we've all agreed upon before.
And that's the people we're supposed to meet in the middle with. The middle is already off the cliff. We are not the extremists. We are not the crazy ones. We are living in an extreme, crazy world. And like I said, back in the day, half my lifetime ago, when I start finding out about this stuff, I was the only one wearing one of these. And now so many people started wearing them, it's not even cool anymore. We don't even have to wear the tinfoil hats now because it's just normal. It's just the real world now for everyone.
I got it because it was brought up. Shout out. We saw this. This is the actual... This is one of the scenes from that trans clone trooper. What's your name, trooper? Sister. It's how my brothers tell everyone I belong. Belonging isn't. Look at that. Belonging is important. Anakin said.
No, because I knew they did it with Anakin.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I was afraid before I left Camino. Sister said, "We don't really know what happens to unusual clones. They're killed instantly. By the way, best effect. Just so you know."
They're not talking to Hayden Christensen either. The little bitty Anakin is the one they're talking to.
But my brothers never let me doubt. I wasn't sure if the Jedi would understand. Get ready to throw up in your mouths. The Jedi are all about transcending things, Anakin said. I don't think we can complain if you've transcended gender. Transcended gender, Sister said. We'll work on it, but I like where it's heading.
God, dude, this is a video I just put out today. I did not have that. Oh my God. Oh.
I didn't have it either. I wish I had it too. But yes.
Oh. Bro, that's so much worse than I was even expecting.
It's so much fucking worse than you are expecting. Yes, I'm aware. By the way, just so we know,
oh my God,
canon,
only the Sith deal in absolutes and binaries.
We don't really know what happens to unusual clones. We do. They're immediately destroyed. The Kaminoans are geneticists. They're genetic purists. They'll literally kill people for having the wrong eye color. Okay? That has been ignored since Darth Felonius and Disney took over for obvious reasons. Yes. By the way, Graph Web, it has to be.
You don't know your gender. Sounds good. Your amino acids again. Holy oh my God.
And I'm just saying, I'm not even saying that there's not room for somehow a species or a character that's trans, but this ain't the way. Not the fucking clone army.
Yes, the stormtroopers like the slaves.
Genetically perfect. They're slaves. That's the whole point. They're not. The reason they're cloned and used as fodder is they don't fucking count. It's because they don't count as living creatures. They're better than droids, but they don't count. I know, obviously, they develop personalities the longer they go, but those personalities don't have to do with gender. They have to do with the idiosyncrasies of like being alive for a long time. Same with droids develop personalities. It's so far off the batshit insane mark now.
We finally have a good transition for this. So speaking of that political divide and how far off the cliff they've gone, I see first trailer for Justin Kurzel's The Order. I go, little antenna goes boop, 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 boop. Do you know what The Order is about, Badger?
A fraternal order of white supremacies that they have to go and stop.
So I'm not the only one. Yeah, it's about neo-Yazis.
Of course it is.
Because why the fuck wouldn't it be in December too? December 6th. Starring Jude Law, the star of December 6th. So that's around like when Skeleton Crew is coming out too, right? So he's gonna have Skeleton Crew and starring in a neo-Yazi movie.
By the way, guys, who was it? Sturgeon. Sturgeon, my dear boy. Just in case, because this isn't just a book. I had to show this. Yes, there's sister for you. There's sister for you. Just in case you thought we were making it up and this is just like some fake page or whatever. No. There you go. It's a cartoon thing? No. It's all there. All right. Yeah. I can't wait to see the white supremacist movie. Will there be trans representation in it?
I just scrolled through it. There's certainly lots of schmatzikas, that's for sure. Is Journey Smollett Jussie Smollett's sister?
Yeah, you don't want to be captured by the clone troopers because they'll do more than interrogate you. What? It's what's her name? Smollett. Yeah, the one that played in Black Widow.
It is okay.
Or
so this bitch in it is literally Jussie Smollett's sister.
what the hell is it?
Journey Smollett.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. The Fabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Birds of Prey. She was in that.
Lovecraft Country with old Jonathan Majors as well.
Yeah.
Some True Blood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She doesn't go to Subway anymore.
But yeah, I can't wait to see that December 6th. All
Are you
right,
gonna
we
see
got
it?
a couple
I'm not
more.
seeing it.
No, why would I? No, I already know how to watch Joker 2. Oh God! All right, so briefly, Kickstarter banned me for submitting my Space Marine military sci-fi comic. John Delarose not welcome on Kickstarter, so he's had problems with his previous ones, and then his last one, yeah, they raised what, like $50K, and they're like, oh well, we need to review it before we send you the money and stuff like that. He's like, oh, that's weird. And then when he started his new one, they're like, well, we got to see if we got to, review it or whatever. Being weird. He's had like 10 campaigns or something like that, and no problems, gets it out on time. People get their product. So he's like exactly who you got, kind of creator you want on Kickstarter. But people like this Kwanzaa piece of shit. Hey, Kickstarter, can you scroll through this person's feed for 5 minutes and determine if they are who you want to be associated with your platform? And then, yeah. Not just that, of course, Ethan Van Sciver
Oh, for fuck's sake.
also tried to cancel him. And then all those people tried to get him canceled. Yay.
Become
Comics
uncancelable.
Day. Yay. Why would anyone ever have any problem ever with EVS? He's such a nice guy.
Fuck
all
that
right.
guy. He sucks.
I didn't say it. Thank you very much.
I said it.
So this time around, he goes to put up his new one, Space Marine inspired. All right, sounds good. They always have the little promo picture of the chick who's super hot, and I wanna.
What's up, Tony?
This. I always see this, and I'm like, man, that looks cool. That's this. So he finally puts it up,
Uba.
and oh no, sorry, we can't do that. And let me see.
Yeah, unfortunately, the
sneeze.
trans
Yeah, I gotta
division of clone troopers keeps taking care of the job themselves. At least 42% of that division just doesn't make it out of training for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Friendly fire is just out of control.
Yeah,
too.
and the medical costs are a lot for that unit as well.
Hi, Jonathan. Thank you for reaching out. We expect all Kickstarter users to comply with our rules, like you've done your last 10 campaigns. Unfortunately, our investigations have found that you have been in violation of these guidelines. These principles help maintain the health and stability of the Kickstarter community. 10 successful campaigns, that all shit. Failing to follow these rules may result in the revocation of certain account privileges, including the ability to launch a project on Kickstarter. Your project creation privileges have been revoked. Unfortunately, this decision is non-negotiable because a bunch of people complain about you on Twitter.
My understanding of it, Jeff, because Erwin probably won't want to comment on this, is that Ripa actually got his shit done and it's successful, and EVS took a way longer times, and still it's just not the same.
They take forever, and then when you're supposed to get them, you got to wait another 5 months. And then you think you're not getting them, and then you just assume you got screwed over, and people got tired of that. And Ripa's like, how about instead of doing this insane thing where you give people a bunch of money, and then 2.5 years later, they're explaining why you're going to have to wait another year? How about I pay for it, we make it, and we do a pre-order campaign where you get it within 3 to 4 months.
Yeah.
Instead of having to wait 2 to 3 years. Yes,
and
correct.
about as organized as well. And the whole Ripaverse thing is, for some reason I have a feeling that John maybe doesn't like Eric July, or has something like that poo thing. But if he does,
Correct.
he needs to get over that shit, because Ripaverse Send is the way to do it. Because this is exactly why it exists. Because he will be othered by the mainstream methods of this.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I see this shit. Man, dude, Comicsgate, they're just as bad as the Milkshake crew that created them at this point, just from the other side. It's really embarrassing. Best to just ignore them at this point. But it's literally, they're like, oh, they're gatekeeping us from creating our comics. We're creating Comicsgate. Now they're gatekeeping people out of indie comics. Awesome, guys. And that's why I'm like, I would love to make a comic book, but like, I'm going to have to deal with all those fucking idiots. It's not even the morons on the left I'm concerned about. It's like the Comicsgate people are the ones making me think maybe I shouldn't create a comic book. Awesome, guys. So then he reaches out to the guy he was talking to, Sam Cusick, and we went to DM him again. He blocked him. So literally taking food off the table for my family and for the families of artists. Yeah, sounds like EVS supporters.
Oh, look at this.
And wait, what? Wait. Okay, so we are not getting Warhammer then at this point, correct?
Bro, it's not happening because this would be after Highlander. He's not doing that fucking Warhammer show. There's no way because they can't come to an agreement. They want to woke it up. Here, let's just make sure. Set to start live
let me just
Voltron.
Let me just end this super quick. Kickstarter's Comics Boss is Surprise, Rabley, anti-Trump. The one who blocked him? Yeah, he looks like this.
Oh, of course.
Who would have guessed? And then Patreon, the guy who owns that, he's one of the World Economic Forum young global leaders or whatever the hell they're called. Yeah. So crowdfunding, very much infected by the woke mind virus. And just like they'll debank Melania Trump or Barron Trump for being, in any way not to the far, far communist left, they're doing the same thing with crowdfunding. Which is why things like Ripa and Ripasend are so important. All right, sorry, whip it out.
To that. No, I'm sorry. I cut you off from the
oh, no, you're good.
Breaking news.
Well, because all we have left is an MCU fan post. So I was like, let me get the last actual real tab out the way.
No, I was just reading to make sure it's confirmed that, his next project is, of course, Chad Stahelski's Highlander reboot, which we've talked about, where he said, if you think you saw sword fighting done right in The Witcher with him, he's gone balls to the wall for the Highlander movie. Then he's going to be in Guy Ritchie's action adventure film In the Gray. It says he will executive produce the Warhammer 40,000 franchise. Now, that would mean they would go forward with him without any actually acting in it, just executive producer.
Wait,
until December. I don't believe that's true. That's them including it because unless things change, that would be true. But I don't think that anything's going
Bring
forward.
him on to executive produce and not. No.
I think that's just them citing it because it's been announced, but I do not think that's what's going to happen. Yeah, they're going to let it die out. Because apparently they even have an extension into January. It ends in December. They have an extension to January, and we still have not had any word on anything.
So MGM and Amazon are now the same. So there was like MGM Plus, which was like a huge failure, and then they tried to put that into Amazon, but it failed so bad I think they kind of just got rid of it, or they're working on getting rid of it. They are also behind like Beekeeper and some other. I think it was Beekeeper. They've been part of some other movies coming out recently.
Oh, look at who wrote it. I was just realizing who wrote it. It says it's a script written with Ellen Shanneman, Thurber, the guy Ross and Marshall Thurber, who's directing it. Thurber most recently wrote and directed Netflix 2021 action Red Notice, which is fucking unwatchable. I've tried to watch it 3 times. I've never finished it.
Skyscraper.
And Skyscraper. Yeah.
Isn't Skyscraper was Rampage, but without giant monsters, right?
Yeah. Skyscraper. Yeah, I don't know. I was never super into Voltron. That's like ever so a few years before me. Like by the time I came out, there were other cartoons I was watching.
So that's what I'm saying is MGM is like trouble for Amazon. So you see any Amazon MGM like things coming, good chance they get canceled or something happens. Yeah. Sun's getting all up in here.
Oh,
Diehard Voltron guy. I swear to God, I don't trust them with Voltron period. Correct. I don't even want to touch Stargate. Correct. Fuck Amazon. Correct.
I think that's correct. Yeah. Especially the fuck Amazon part.
And that just really goes into shows like it used to be. Oh, they're doing a live action of the thing we love. That's so cool. Now it's please like, God, no.
No. Now, the only thing I'm looking forward to in the future is the Knights of the Old Republic remake. And that is because it is Saber and their CEO and now other people have demonstrated they understand. And I guess their Avatar The Last Airbender RPG that they just announced coming from Saber is also something I'm looking forward to. But everything else, I don't want them to touch.
One good game and 2 moments of like coming out the media and saying
all it
good
takes.
Stuff. We're pretty easy to please.
Yeah. Yeah. Gooch wanted to do that whole stream yesterday about can everything be fixed and can we do it? And it's like, yes, everything can be fixed. All you do is you make a good fucking product that services the people that play it and the characters of the story, and then you do that multiple times in a row and you say base shit and we'll fix all the things.
Well, it's like, here's step 1 to 100 of how to fix it, but none of the steps are going to get done, so who even cares?
Make one good Superman movie. That's how you fix that. You make one good Star Wars movie. That's how you fix that. Then you just keep repeating that. How do you get sober? You don't drink for one day and then you repeat that. And you string together a bunch of days of not drinking. You string together a bunch of... It's how you do anything hard. One step at a time.
I'm going to do anything's hard. MCU fan, for all those that defended me, thank you. But most importantly, I'm not a simp. Chat summary. God, I've seen some of ours pop up. I wish that... I never get to see them. Viewers are arguing about whether or not MCU fan is a simp for the streamer Krista. Some viewers are calling him out for simping while others are defending. We are so easy to please. We are so like retarded and like the stupidest stuff makes us happy.
Bobby, no one's judging you. All right. I'm the one without control. You keep swinging and drinking your hooch and live for us, Bobby. Live.
Because I don't waste food. Wait, what is happening?
Fruit. He makes hooch. He makes like wine and shit. So you know.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. So instead of doing, okay, yeah.
Live for us, Bobby. Live. Aw, look at little Annie. But the
this is the one
I can't see.
This is the one who's like, oh yeah, it's good that we don't have genders.
We're transcending gender.
He survived. Oh. One step at a time.
One step at a time. Don't take away all your addictions. You don't have any fun.
You need at least one vice. Or
I mean, I still have caffeine and like weed and vaping. I'm not a monster. Jesus.
All right,
Gary's sober, but he'll still suck back cigarettes and fucking and caffeine.
Did you have some tabs?
No, it was just
other
those
than
ones
that
that
other
we.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, we did already go over them?
Yeah, we did because we went over everything for the most part. Yeah. It's a lot of hopeful things, but a lot of not hopeful things. But you're seeing some glimmers.
Rings of Power season 2's over. We only got 4 more episodes of Agatha.
Yeah, they're talking about buying the actual rights. Jennifer Salke is. So sure, that totally won't ruin things. It makes them go on forever.
Said Gandalf. It seemed like they already did buy some extra rights.
They had the appendices, but this would mean they'd have it all. I want it all. We will get full on shit.
But they've already written it. Like they only had the little bit of it, which has screwed up all the timeline. So now they're gonna be like, all right, we have all this material, but none of it works now.
California sober is the way to go.
Yeah, correct.
California sober is the way to go. Oh my god.
Right. Let's see. I was supposed to play this for something. I forget, so I'll play it for no reason.
I am shocked and chagrined. Mortified and stupefied.
Sister, so you have a trans clone sister. I met one years ago. I was an ally before.
Are the clone troopers like known for being like accepting and inclusive?
No. First of all, would a clone with like personality? Yes, but not fucking questioning their gender.
Yeah, like I assume you'd be like at least like shunned. But like soldiers and stuff, like if you're
removed completely,
if you're out of line, like as a soldier in the normal military, like they'll kick your ass to be like, get in line. And
no,
the clone troopers are they're not going to tell you to get in line. They're going to be like, yes, you're a sister.
They're all. It's like by the time they start developing personalities and different haircuts, it's years into. These are the ones that have survived. The ones that just come out. Baby, they all the same. They're all brainwashed. Fucking, that's the point. They're clones.
No beatings in the U.S. military, apparently.
You got to make your buddies happy. No, they're not. They have no sex interest whatsoever. They're only interested in killing and fighting. Now, as it goes on, like I said, the personalities develop. Then you can start making excuses. But yeah.
And then the one trans clone trooper just happens to wander around and find Darth fucking Vader in a whole galaxy of people.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it would. They would again. Kaminoans are like geneticists, basically. They make the Yahtzees look fucking tame compared to like literally would kill people for different colored eyes. Right. You want to fucking tell me that they're gonna have a trans armored clone trooper? Okay.
No, they're gonna create a separate bathroom for the one out of like 1 million stormtroopers. They're gonna make a big deal. Human rights.
I can't bring it back up, but Star Wars introduced a trans clone trooper, a male, obviously, clone trooper that identifies as female, and they call her sister. And it's got trans colors on marking on her armor. Yeah. I got a video on it. Go to my channel, check that out. Sorry. Actual plug.
Lots of cuts on her arms. What? So I saw the trailer for the new Mario and Luigi game. It's like the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, which is like the turn-based RPG style, and it looks like they're doing One Piece. It's called Brothership, and I'm like, that is such a dumb name. And then the whole thing is they're on a ship, like a pirate ship.
Oh,
and it's a brother ship. And and instead of like traveling it, like just walking to the different worlds, you drive your pirate ship to find different islands, and those are the worlds. So they're doing Mario and Luigi One Piece. I'm down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Clone troopers.
Yeah, because stormtroopers, that's like where they're like kidnapping people and stuff, right? Like conscripting people.
By the time you get to stormtroopers, there are some veteran clone troopers that are still around that are senior members and officers, but most stormtroopers are conscripted.
Yeah, like Finn, right? Wasn't that his whole thing?
Well, that was the way into the sequel trilogy. But yeah, even like basically once Jango was killed, the genetic purity of his sample started to degrade. Once they transitioned into the actual, once they transitioned to the actual Empire, they started having academies. That's the academy Luke is talking about. Oh, go to the academy, military academies that you would go to, and then you would be hired from the Empire. That's where Han Solo went.
But I assume a lot of the academies really want to get their ESG scores up, so they're probably actually going to fight all over Sister.
I'm sorry, Russ. Once they transcended from the Republic into the Empire, let's not let these fucks take all of our language.
Democracy.
Okay?
I love the Republic.
And democracy.
Oh God!
The medical industrial complex will be 10 times under my empire.
We can't have anything nice.
Yes. I will plant trans flags on every planet in my empire.
Yeah, I don't want to see what the Death Star looks like during Pride Month.
It's pink rays that it shoots out, pink and blue. It alternates.
Oh, wait, yes.
And it only works 42% of the time, 41%, whatever it is. Oh, my God. We are going to get in so much trouble. I'm sorry. No. I'm going to do the thing
danger. For you. Badger, you want to outro us? What 12 streams are you going to be on later today?
I am on no other streams today.
What?
I'm going to go out into the sunshine for multiple hours. It'll be highly overrated. I'm going to go to Ross, clothing, do all the gate Uga things, and come back play video games. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's my life.
Oh, what games are you thinking?
I'm almost done on one part of the Old Republic, and then I'm on Arkham Knight, rather, because goddamn, dude, Batman Arkham Knight on a modern, as Beardo called it, a beefy rig, looks like a brand new fucking game. It looks movie quality.
I got torn because they were arguing about which was best, that or City, and ABS chat, I believe it was, and then they ended up putting a poll, and I'm like, we already went through this, and I chose City, and then City ended up winning, so I'm still going with City, but I think I am going to play Space Marine 1 first.
Oh yeah, and yes, I was going through that one. That is very good. So yeah, check that out. What are you going to do, buddy?
I have to make another video at some freaking point, and then I don't know. I finished all my Spawn. I finished my anime. I'm going to the park. I know that. I'm going to wear this to the park.
You should. You'll probably be well liked by all the women's.
Already played The Great Rebellion. Really enjoyed it. Talked about it. Didn't realize it. Checked my Discord DMs that I didn't know existed. And I had a DM from the creator of The Great Rebellion trying to give me a free code asking to come on the stream. So fuck, I could have had him on and gotten a free code, and I didn't even realize it because I didn't know Discord DMs were a thing. But yeah, no, that game was awesome. It's so based.
Ooh, let me see if I can share this just so you can see how good it's
I'm
looking.
gonna go walk through the park and just having a good time until like a squirrel moves a little bit in the bush next to me, and then I go, oh my god, wolf! What's this? Oh,
Because it's got the Pattinson suit. Like, it just looks really fucking good. Everything looks like yeah.
yeah, no, that's why I was like, maybe do night, but everyone says city is so good, and I'm like, it's the OG, so maybe do city, and then later I could do night. But I already tried Asylum, and it wasn't quite my thing. And then Origins, people always prefer city or night, so yeah, probably do some city, and then eventually do some night. Oh yeah, see, that's what I want. That's when I was like playing Arkham Asylum, and I'm like, no, this is what I want.
Because it gives you the Arkham Origins, but in the all black. You were only able to get this if you played the first Arkham Origins and like beat all the shit, and then it's like, well, the game is over. You don't get to actually play the suit, so you can play all of Arkham Knight with the dude. It looks so good. It looks so good, and I'm on a widescreen monitor,
and so many
like, just look
skins.
out in the city,
and there's like a ton of skins, right,
dude? They literally uploaded that Pattinson skin because of the Switch version. So like, it's got every Batman suit from every fucking movie. It's great.
We try, James. We try.
Sorry, man.
I put it on Twitter. I put it on Discord of all places.
Cats and dogs eat together. Mass immigration.
There we go.
That's every time I think of it. Every time, yeah.
I also like using that. I used that clip like last week, I think, in a Hypno video. Good stuff. Yeah, I did a video about that trans stormtrooper. If anyone wants to hear more, feel free to watch it.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna make a video, but the reaction was so overwhelming because it's a troll at this point. It's so above and beyond anything.
And as we talked about on your show, so this isn't like super duper official Star Wars game. This is like EU. So they killed the good EU to create this EU instead.
My man. Yeah, they killed all the good shit to replace it with this. Yeah.
Yes. Kill the past.
Rip.
All right. Anything else before we get out of here, Batch?
No, that's it. Make sure to check out tomorrow where we will have pre-FNT. Then Inside the Badgered In with all the normal gang, and Cannoli Sasquatch tomorrow night. That'll be fun.
We miss you, ABF. We miss you.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Come on.
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
Stay Gucci, everyone.
Corn Boys $2 super sticker is a green pear, I think, drunk going like this, and it says cool. Good.
Vacation.